cup of tea, Will?
I used to not
When
anymore.
I have Ian
God, it's
over,
so satisfying. So nice. It's
Ian has like
it's
3
like low
cups of
calorie
tea.
as well.
I know.
It's a good way to
True.
get your hydration in as well. Because often
just
people don't
Drink
drink
6 of
water.
these a day.
That's a lot of water, my
It's a
dude.
gallon and a half of water a day.
What's
I
a
drink
what's a gallon
of water
in
a day,
liters?
too.
All
I
right.
tell you in ounces.
What is going on? We have an invisible veil. Like, oh. What's the plan?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Rush back to your boys? Your goyles?
Yeah,
Mainly girls.
All
I-
goyles aside from Gilwyn, who, you know, we've seen him dress up in drag.
I considered just murdering the drow, but Ollie did say he was a beefcake. So I'm not sure that would.
I
work.
mean, Veil in one-on-one combat is usually good, but still.
Yes, but it's getting him in one-on-one combat.
Beefus,
Sure.
Cacus.
And would you stay invisible while you were fighting? And
No,
it's
it
invisible
drops.
until the point I launch.
It drops
But
until you take an action.
I would get a
basically.
crit, I think, wouldn't I? No, it just gives you advantage. It's assassins that get auto crit.
Yeah.
Well, I know a faster way back to where everyone is, so I'm gonna double time it there.
Swoosh your way back into camp.
Sidle through that shore. So, fun fact: there's a higher-ranking samurai coming to collect us and bring us in for our heresy.
heresy.
Yes, they don't like how we treated Gil. Too nice.
I kicked him down a hill.
And where are they going to take us?
They're going to take us to her, presumably in chains. However, how long does this spell last?
An hour.
I'll try to stay in it.
I can cast it on you again.
We should
You got lots of time.
conserve our energies, perhaps.
I agree. However, I have a way that we can maybe lessen some suspicion and possibly get us to where we're going without chains. Maybe if they... We'll see, I guess. But what if I told you I could kill Gilwyn?
Absolutely not.
But what if he's not actually dead?
Maybe you should lead with that.
I like to be dramatic sometimes, okay? What if by
Like-
all means anyone detecting him would find him to be dead, no pulse or anything, but he'd wake up eventually?
How long does it last? How safe is it? Have you cast this before?
It's super safe. It lasts an hour, so he'll start, or if I decide to take it off of him. So super simple. And I can cast it if you give me 10 minutes. Do we have 10 minutes, you think?
Yes, I double timed it. He was very determined in his stride, but I was really, like, he like slaps his thighs.
Well, I'm glad you're so fast. If you give me 10 minutes, I could not use any of my powers to do it.
Indira might be an idea to wait at the door in case the samurai needs delaying.
Be careful with him.
I will be, but we need a story. Who killed him?
Well, if he has no visible wounds, then it makes most sense for it to be me.
Indeed, he disrespected you and you ended him.
It is a common enough occurrence.
Unable to
Although some
chastise him with your voice.
Okay, well, we have the plan. If we have to talk, I will lie my ass off.
Good, you have appeared very adept at that so far.
It's one of the few things I'm good at. Or am I?
You start ritual casting Feign Death. You sort of
Yes.
lay Gilwyn down. Around about 2/3 of the way through, Indira kind of sitting by the outside of the shrine sees that samurai. It's clearly the one Vale mentioned. The flag on the back, it's like demon-like in this deep fiery red as well, kind of to show the allegiance, marching up to you, and actually will point. It's like, we need to have words.
Hopefully in Elvish?
Yeah.
Okay. The lady's indisposed at the moment. The slave was misbehaving. She's punishing him.
Can you give me a deception roll, please?
Is the ritual still going on now, or is it done?
Yes. No, still going.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't run out there to try to talk.
He
Oh! That's a good roll.
he stops. He has one hand on the blade that's not sheathed. You can see the fire licking off of it. You can feel the warmth from here, and he's still, 5 feet away from you, and just gives you this long look, and will say, "I will wait. At the earliest convenience, you will be presented towards Hiraga."
I just don't say anything.
After a while, there's 2-3 more minutes. The ritual is complete, and Gilwin's dead. What's the plan from here?
Indira would not go back into that tent. She would not want to look at that.
He's coming out with.
Yeah, presumably we heard that.
Yes, there's only a thin shawl between you and the door.
Vale, are you still invisible? Are you going to keep that up or not? That would. Oh no,
Nope, it's not concentration.
Bell would still be invisible, but he is considering dropping it for the use.
Yes, it might be. It might be best, given that Rail is acting as my interpreter, if Vale were to carry the body.
Vale, are you good at carrying things? Because if you are, go for it.
Gilwin's very light.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
I'm great. I'm good at it. No worries. Vale appears. Limbers up. Over the shoulder.
Over your shoulder.
Yeah, like a sack of
Indira would
taters.
be able to keep her cool seeing Gil dead. I don't think,
That's entirely fair,
Okay, cat, okay, alright. Yep, it's all about Kika.
Today
Do
is
all
cat
of you have
day.
cats? Do all of you have cats?
I
Why do you
don't.
Oh,
Ian
all right,
doesn't.
good. Ian's a real person.
Ian's a cat girl.
Wow. Yeah, you guys come out. Gilwin dead over the shoulder. The samurai, you kind of hear under the mask and go, "Lady Hiraga demands your presence."
Perfect.
And we'll start marching up the
Indira
hill.
would walk in front, never looking back.
Yeah, there would be a whisper in Indira's ear, just sorry. That's all.
You can dump that slave by the side of the road. They will be disposed of accordingly.
Your lady requested that all of our party entertain her. I will simply follow her orders, unless you wish to directly disobey.
Oh, that's an intimidate. That's a big dick energy check right there.
That is big dick energy right there.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I didn't. Should have been so aggressive.
You should have let me do it.
Oh, he's all right.
He
Majestic energy flows through me.
gives you a sharp look, and then
Big
keeps
dice
on
energy.
marching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's awesome.
When you approach that big tent up by the top, that Drider is there. The door is placed down on the sort of the grasses, and he will go over and open the door, revealing first of all a wave of heat. This is incredibly hot in there. It opens up into this pocket realm of just fire and heat. You can see this stone walkway through a chamber towards a door inside, and the sides of it are just lined by fire and magma. The whole room is illuminated by this bright red light. And he will then, draw the sword and just point. Like, inside.
I'd go marching in.
And Indira would have gone first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right behind.
The door actually closes behind the lot of you. Neither the Drider or the Samurai join you inside. Inside is a chamber with this stone walkway that leads into to this door. The door is open, and you can see Hiraga there standing in it. Hiraga is a drow wearing red. There's this. What is that, Mr. Neil?
Can I have a brief look at the door in a moment when you're done with your description?
Yes.
Because I might want to drop something there as well.
Okay. Before you go in or out, or after you've gone in?
Like once the door closes, because Vale's the last coming through, I imagine.
There's this collar of a similar orangish red material that is just on fire, and she does not seem like the fire is touching her. She seems completely immune to it. There's this. She's holding a crystal ball in one hand, and the other hand is just sort of resting. And she smiles, a sick smile, and puts a hand up, and you are like nowhere near her yet. And says, "Explain your presence in Narashiro."
So Vale would have popped Gilwyn down in the corridor because presumably it's not quite so hot there.
No, you're still in the corridor, and it's still
Okay.
impossibly hot.
He would have popped Gilwyn down in the corridor.
You can
And as-
smell like the rubber of your boots melting.
As he,
you know?
oh my god!
Yeah.
But I mean, he doesn't have rubber-soled boots because
Someone has rubber-soled boots.
I've got a tail.
Yeah,
Everyone's
that's
looking.
not good.
Everyone's looking at their shoes like they stepped in dog poop. Like, is that me? Is that?
and he's gonna glance back at the door. Does it look like it's wedgeable? Like can
Right
you
now,
put-
it's shut.
But could I like put a bar through it?
It
to
looks
look
like a regular door. It's a dark mahogany. There's no kind of lock or anything. But you could in theory, you know, because there's rocks, craggy rocks around. You could like chain it or tie it shut if you wanted.
I'm not
Fire
going
rank?
to because that's too obvious. But as I'm going to drop Gilwyn heavily, and as he does, he's going to sleight of hand and drop an entire bag of caltrops behind him.
You can give me a sleight of hand check for that. That
Does
is a
it
good idea.
open
though.
inward or outward? The door.
Outward.
Okay.
What's on the outside of the door?
The camp.
A drow and
The
a
the
bad
drow,
boy.
the samurai, and the drider are outside of the door. You're in like a pocket realm right now.
What's the ground like
Outside or inside?
outside?
Dirt, stones, a little bit of grass.
In theory, would have also molded earth so that there was a big bump preventing them from opening.
If you did that, everyone would be attacking you right now.
Like, okay, I guess.
Just-
I
just-
like
just-
a bump that just prevents the door from.
Oh, a tiny bump? That
Like-
would also
Yeah,
be
like,
a sleight of hand to do
I mean-
something.
Not like covering the door.
No, actually, here's why you can't do this. Not because I'm like, this is a bad idea, because it's a good idea. Can you click Smold Earth real quick? Does it have to be something you can see? Because the door is now shut. It likely is.
The other thing is that the Drider literally picked up the door and moved it.
Yeah, so you can't do that because it's the door's clamped shut.
All right. Well, then I will still mold earth to disguise the caltrips. Because I can make
Stone.
illusion over stone.
Oh yeah, illusion over stone. That's right. Yeah, sure.
Cause shapes
Why
and
not?
colors to appear. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah. So Vale drops Gilwyn like in front of those, drops that, but like to the side, drops those
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
him as he does, and then continues forward with the others.
I getcha. So she asked you a question.
As I'll look back at him dropping the body. You're asking why we're here? You don't know?
Do not take such a tone with me, girl, and answer the question.
Sorry. I don't mean to. We're here to perform.
Perform what? A coup? An assassination?
Perform for the troops.
You think me daft. I have seen 1,000 futures. I have seen victories. I have seen defeats. I have seen you walking to my door. I do not know who the four of you are, but I know you are not what you say.
My lady, please, you must have mercy on me. They brought me here, and Vale's gonna like make his way forward, like pleading like this, and he's like, they brought me here against my will, and they made me go along with what they said. They said if I did not, that the serpent god would curse me. And if he gets within melee range,
Oh, absolutely not. No, you can give me a deception check. You are like maybe 100 feet away from her, like 80 feet. This is deliberately a very long corridor.
fair enough. Yeah. I'm making a lot of 15s.
So you can see that she's just kind of smiling at this reaction, and she will shrug and will say, "Well then, make your peace. If the serpent goddess does bless you, then you will see no issue with this." And she just twists her hand over the crystal ball, and from the air, from the warm air, the fire that blazes on either side of the corridor twists and corporeates into humanoid form, into two fire elementals. And please roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
There we go. That'll do.
Ooh, I actually rolled good initiative. That like never happens.
Yes. Wish Yulia was here. Could do with that aid. Oh, she's got a custom portrait. Oh. This is legit.
I love the dead gill in the back. That's brilliant.
Yeah, dead Gil, that's awesome.
I couldn't resist, honestly. Also, it's like easy for me to tell where the caltrops are, so there's like actually a practical benefit as well.
Yeah.
1 sec, I gotta set up all the initiatives and shit. And that is that. Okay. Immediately, she just kind of laughs and will say, "The faiths of Idrith have warred in Narashiros since our banishment. If the serpent goddess truly thinks her more mighty than the usurper queen, then strike me down. Otherwise, the only future I see is your immolation." She takes a step back, and the door kind of all twists shut.
She's bold.
Okay.
Serena, it's your turn next.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What?
Oh, damn it. I don't know if she moved. Ah! Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it's going to be, I don't know where she might have gone. Okie dokie. Let's go for a long shot on this one.
Cool.
Firstly, I am going to quicken spell a fly.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I am going to sing, targeting her.
Okay.
I don't know whether she is within 60 foot of me. I am hoping that the fly got me close enough, but...
You sing. You can't see her, you don't know how the reaction would be. Or even if the sound could permeate through the doors, although you imagine. If this is a trick you would pull, you would like to be able to hear the screams on the other side of the door.
And like when the song ends, I would just call out, "Why don't you come back through, please?" Just in case she's listening.
Okay, it's a good idea. Vale. Serena has surged up forwards over the burning ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Can I take my action to dash?
Yeah, you can. As a rogue, you can do all the dashing.
I rarely encounter situations where I must travel at breakneck speed. 1, 2,
Vale
3.
is approaching very fast.
Yeah.
It's an action to interact with a door, but there's no handle or anything. It's kind of all like this twisted mass of stone. Kind of ends up looking a bit like a rose. You imagine it's probably shut until it's meant to open, you know? That's your turn. You ain't got nothing else left. Riley. Back there.
Riley doesn't like what's happening. Can't do that. Why do they have to be elementals, Ollie?
I'm just annoyed that the one time I rolled good initiative, this plan would have been perfect if she hadn't have rolled obscenely on initiative.
It's almost like she's a really powerful drow or something.
Yeah, but
She also rolled really high.
yeah, I rolled a 19 with a +2. It's like, for me, that's
Yeah, for you, yeah.
yeah.
That's like a natural 20 in dog years.
Can I prepare an action?
Yeah.
I'm going to prepare if one of these fire elementals get within melee range, I'm going to Booming Blade.
Yoki dokie. Indira.
It's the only
Going
thing I
to
got.
rage and do the same. Well, not the...
Prepare to attack if they get closer.
Prepare to attack if they get close.
Do you want to move first, or you good
No.
where you are? Okie dokie. The fire element.
Some salt from Vale. He knows what's happening there.
Well,
Fire
I'm about to get
elementals
my
finally finish corporeating into this form. You notice, they have 8 eyes opposed to the normal elementals, and kind of move with this incredible, fearsome speed. And it will dash up to Serena and attack you. What's your AC, Miss Serena?
12.
Oh my god.
Well, it misses you with the first strike. You're flying.
Wow.
You manage to sort of dodge and twist.
It was a 1.
It was a 3. Close. The second time, it manages to just grab onto your tail, and you feel the fire burning. The sort of membrane of your skin actually catches fire. You end up taking 7 fire damage, and you are on fire.
Why couldn't she be Hiraga the Ice Seeker?
I mean, you'd still get frozen.
Well, yeah, but I've got resistance to cold damage.
And the
What
other
are you, a
elemental
plant? Autumn.
will attack Vale. It's probably a dodge roll away from the fire elemental. You can't much parry it. But it does manage to get 1 strike against you, just this flurry of burning limbs, and does hit you. The uncanny dodge means that you're going to take... No. It would have been 12 fire damage, so you would take half of that. But either way, you kind of dodge out of the way, and then you're like your cloak is on fire, your outfit's on fire. So your 2 are set ablaze.
Oh, I should have made a concentration check for fly. I'll do that now.
Do it now.
Good, you don't splat. Serena.
She didn't come back through. I guess that means we're going to have to fight these things. It's an action to put out fire, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh wait, so we're both ablaze.
You are both on fire. Yeah. At the
Okay.
start of your turn, you are going to take 4 fire damage, Ian.
Okay. Misty Step, 30 feet back. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I was like, is Ian gonna fly over the lava? Please, I want this. It's the worst idea in the world, but I want it.
Like, flies, and on the other side just comes out like beautifully seared on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Barbecued
And-
salmon.
Then
I will add. I haven't mentioned. There's a drop towards the lava as well, of probably 10 feet or so. Just
I am going to use my action to put out my tail, and then just glare at the fire elemental. Actually, they're fire elementals. It probably speaks primordial. I will just say in primordial, you will regret that.
It just roars back.
I can
but
imagine. I very rarely get to use my primordials.
It heard. Yeah. Vale, you're on fire. The fire elemental is just twisting and attacking at you.
Vale looks down the corridor and he can see that Indira's there, and not moved. And he shouts. He like pats out some of the flame and then shouts, "Indira, I need you." And then it's an action to put out flame.
At the start of your turn, you take 7 fire damage.
I take 7. Oh my god.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah, I know, right? Vale will take the action to... That's minus that 7. Vale will take the action to put the fire out.
Okay.
Minus 7, and then he will take his bonus action to disengage.
Riley.
Oh, so you disengage. Oh, that was. I wish you stayed there. I have a plan now, but I just looked it up. If you stayed there, would. All right, I am going to. No, because Vale's the top of the round. All right, I'll do it. I'm gonna say, Vale, make sure you get it, and I'm going to cast Polymorph on the fire elemental that is over the land there, making it into a rat.
What would happen if you dropped it into...
It would burn until it becomes a fire elemental again, and then be at full health. So I'm waiting.
Then again, lava does massive damage. So
but to a fire elemental.
Does the damage overflow? That's
It does.
damage overflows.
Even to a fire elemental, does it?
So there's this sort of flurry of bright performance magic in the blues and yellows, and that fire elemental that was attacking at Vale, almost laughing at Vale, backing up, just into a little red rat, and starts falling because it's flying a little bit off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, Indira.
Okay, I'm gonna run, and then Misty Step over here, and attack this boy.
Okie dokes. It's a hit. And you see the magic of your axe cleaving like into the thing as if it had a corporeal form.
And then again.
It's a hit.
Oof, 15.
Yeah, massive attacks. The whole the elemental was roaring at Serena and is just like knocked aside at these blows.
She's just roaring back.
And then is immediately going to attack you back. And they just only hit one of their attacks, apparently. You know what? I'm using a green dice. That's the problem. Fuck off. Red dice! I know I got some. I'll use my Feros dice. But it does manage to hit. Perfectly balanced. After you strike, it just kind of grabs onto Indira's shoulders with both arms and just this burning heat pressing off them. I totally forgot about a rule I wasn't checking. Danger Kitty. You're gonna take...
He's on my last nerve right now.
12 fire damage, Indira. And that's not halved by rage.
I know.
The other one is a rat. And falls down onto the ground and is very confused.
Yay!
Serena.
Just put it in your pocket, Vale. Just put it in your pocket.
Vale's got this.
Well, let's keep. Oh, yeah, Serena's going to save her spell slots for the potential big lady, and is just going to chuck a shadow bolt at the one that Indira is fighting.
It's a hit. Oh. Yeah, that's a big hit. The elemental is staggered by that arm snap off of Indira. Next up is Vale. The one you were fighting is a rat now.
Vale grins at it and laughs. Reaches into his bag, load of string, and then he's going to run forward and grab it.
Yeah, you actually give me an athletics or acrobatics.
Grapple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Athletics or acrobatics, do you say? Or
Yeah, it's
No,
a small thing.
yeah, okay.
You're chasing a rat, not grappling a man. I'm just checking up the stats of rats real quick.
Oh,
Guess what?
I
Bad.
think I got it up.
Yeah, no. You it like kind of is like you get it.
He then proceeds to.
Just wrap it up.
He's got 10-foot rope.
Yeah.
It's like, it's literally, the Scooby-Doo where it's like they're entirely tied up? It's entirely tied up. It gets a nice little sailor's knot. It gets a full blood knot. It's not being undone. And it goes in the backpack.
Okay.
I just
Riley.
really hope we forget about that, and it's
No, I won't let you.
Elemental bursts out of Vale's backpack.
I just hope I don't break concentration. That's what I hope.
Yeah, please don't.
Riley, your turn. What's the plan?
Oh, sorry. I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. Prepare the action that if it comes up to me, I will booming blade it, and then I'm going to bonus action say, "That was great, Vale!" Giving you bardic inspiration,
Oh,
which is
this
1d8.
bardic inspiration's better than that other bardic. What do you say it was, a D8?
8. Yep.
Beautiful.
Indira, you are on fire. You're going to take at the
Does
start
not
of your
care.
turn. No, I know. You take 5 fire damage. Everyone else is like, "Oh, put the fire out." Indira's just like, "Ugh."
I'm on
Take
fire.
it.
It's metal. That's so metal.
Indira's pretty metal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack the man.
Okay. When your blade strikes,
Ooh.
nothing happens because you miss.
I'm gonna attack again. Oh
That
my
is
god.
also a miss. The elemental is just dodging and ducking and weaving.
That doesn't.
Pizzat! Taste my lightning, fucker.
The elemental is going to kind of it moves back
Actually,
slightly.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna back up a little bit also.
Okay, it gets an opportunity attack against you, which it misses.
That's fine.
And then with that, it's just going to look like it's chasing after you, and then immediately turn and go to Riley, and it's
Ooh.
going to attack her.
Do I get
You
my
get a booming blade? Yeah, absolutely.
Yay.
This was
That's a
exactly
hit.
what I hoped would happen. Oh, I'm so happy.
What happens? Can you describe this real
Oh.
quick?
Yep, so I pull out my rapier and I lunge it into it, and I kind of realize that it's not a form, so to speak. So when it stabs in, it kind of goes in so easy. So I kind of just like shake it as I do, and just ripple of sound comes bursting out from the rapier, dealing some thunder damage.
And that makes it like it was charging down with its arms outstretched. That makes it kind of stagger back and like effortless to dodge that attack. But then it hits you with the second one, setting you on fire, because they can only hit one of their 2 attacks. That's the rule, apparently. And you're going to
balanced.
take 9 fire damage and be set on fire. Can you give me a concentration check, please?
Yes, I can, and I'm a warcaster, so I have advantage on this check.
Hell yeah.
Is it a con save or is it just
It's
Con
concentration?
save. Con
yeah.
save.
Yeah. Just making
Versus
sure.
10, so
Come on. Hey.
no prob. Serena.
Serena's just going to keep lobbing the motes of shadow that form around her crown at the thing. Can't be bothered to do much more.
It's a hit.
Could be better.
Could be worse.
At least it's necrotic damage.
Yeah, that good thing I'm not using standard firebolt.
Vale's going to cover the distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to drive his rapier into this thing's boutte.
Neil, I need that position so much worse than you do.
He can just leave. He's Vale.
He is.
He's Vale.
And he's crit.
And he crit! Oh, this is lots of damage.
Ooh. Oh my god. I rolled a lot of
What is
sixes.
this? What is this?
Don't you roll 4 more
Hello?
d6?
I did. I rolled
You did
86 there.
Oh, I see it twice. Oh, I am sorry.
The whole elemental kind of pulses with heat as it roars out. You are actually going to take some damage for attacking the elemental. It's going to be 7 damage. Vale. As you know, you probably like arm into the fucking thing. And it doesn't completely dissipate, but you can tell it's just ragged. You know, the fire is almost splurts and embers at this point.
How many was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he takes a step back, obviously because of his swashbuckler. He's attacked it. What's it called? It might be fancy footwork. Yeah, it's fancy footwork.
Okay. Riley.
I'm going to use my action to put the fire out because I don't want to stay on fire.
At the start of your turn, you would have taken 3 fire damage.
Yep, so I take 3. Then I am going to run away like a little scared cat. 1, 2, 3.
It misses the attack against you because it's just
Oh,
bad.
wait. You wanted me to be there for you, right?
It's alright.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, this game is historical at fucking up flanking. That's what this campaign does.
Really, legitimately at ruining my chances to have flank.
I will point out, to be fair, normally you're the one who runs away to protect
Thank
Gale.
you.
You're getting a
Thank
taste of your own
you.
medicine.
Fuck all of you right now.
Indira, it's your turn. You are on
End it.
fire. You take 9 fire damage.
You
Okay.
could do this. Hit it with your axe real hard. If only I'd stayed there, eh?
If only.
I mean, to be fair, Neil was trying to help.
But as usual, he only hindered.
Yep.
My dude.
I
That's
just
a hit.
never have advantage, so whatever.
And with a mighty strike, thing's gone. You would take 3 fire damage for attacking it, but then disappears.
Alright, I'm gonna put myself out also.
You need to do that next turn. It's an
I did
action.
not realize we were still in combat.
Mm-hmm. Of course you
Still
are.
an elemental and a her to deal with.
Well then I would misty step back to the door.
Okie dokie. The
Let
door.
me make sure I can.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yep.
Pound it. Smash through it. You got another attack.
Yep. I'm gonna hit the door.
Okay.
It doesn't explode in you. On you.
Oop.
That
You're
should
actually
be
not
a
going to hit the door.
I don't know the thing off the top of my head. Just roll damage.
I was gonna say, what kind of AC does a door?
There's actually rules to it, and it's a it's a
Some
magic
doors
door.
are like AC 20. Dumb. I agree. How can you miss a door? It's not to do with miss. It's like
It's
Right.
whether you actually do any harm to
I
it.
had this problem in Scott's game. We spent like 2 hours in Pathfinder versus the door.
Is this going to be that? I hope this is not that.
You see Hiraga in her private chambers up there. She just kind of twists her hands over the crystal ball and will fire some scorching rays at Indira.
Oh dear.
Indira,
gonna face
can you
tank it.
can you
Oh,
real quick
dear.
remind me of your AC? It's 16, right?
It sure is.
It's almost like Arvine came back as a boss.
No, she's better.
Wow.
Well, we'll find out whether or not that's true because she's not going to bypass his resistance.
Yeah.
If Arvine would.
Well, no, Indira doesn't have resistance to fire.
Yeah. So that's going to be
Bear.
multiple rays launched from the crystal ball. It kind of raises in her hands. Some of them just kind of like break, reflect off your axe and stuff like that. 3 of them do hit. Meaning you're going to take 10 plus 8 plus 3. So that's 21 fire damage.
Yeah, Arvine's much better than that.
Serena.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because I still have my.
You're still flying.
Flyer. Yep, 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2. Ooh, I like this. This is a perfect opportunity to bring out Punky.
Hey.
Oh. Hello, Punky.
Punky.
Hello, Punky. Hello, lad.
Never gonna not make me laugh that we just call him Punky.
You know, I didn't like Punky until that dragon fight, and he created the dragon, and now I have like a respect for the dude. I didn't want it, but he forced it upon me. You know, he was like, "You will respect me."
Okay, that's not bad.
Yep, that's pretty decent. And do I bring out the storm sphere? It's probably not the best idea. But when did that ever stop Serena?
Is it gonna stop the rest of us from attacking? Is the only
Potentially, yeah. It's going to be
Less
a bit annoying.
you, but everyone else.
Yeah. I think I'm just at. I hang on. I think I. Yeah, about 65 feet. That's incredibly annoying. I will just launch a prismatic blast at her.
Okay.
Oh, baby, a triple. Let's
As
go.
you fire, you see the blast connect to her and launch the chair over. But then, almost in reverse, everything sort of backtracks in your mind. You saw that happen, but you try and everything happens again, but just a slip of your finger, the prismatic blast launches into the rock walls behind her, making no harm at all.
What a cut.
Frigging, yeah, important equivalent, but even more annoying.
Oh, on a
Serena
crit.
just sort of
I know.
sees that and says, "This might be a little bit more tricky than we thought." And
Veil.
that uses everything I've got.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Veil is gonna. He's tried this before on the last boss monster, and he's gonna try it again. Damn it! Because this time you got eyes. He raises up the gem of. He reaches in his backpack, raises up the rat. Oh no! Gem of brightness. And shouts a command word in Holy Elven, and a brilliant beam of light shoots towards it. It's got to succeed on a DC 15
Are you in
Constitution
range?
save. 60 feet. Oh, that's
So
very
you're
good.
I mean, you're
65
just outside of it
feet,
because
yeah.
I'm 65.
Yeah.
How far did I move? Where was I?
You counted 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
you did
I'm
your
at my
full
max then. But that's okay because I can use my bonus action to dash.
Yeah, you can get closer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and do that.
Yeah.
Apologies.
15.
That brings me down.
She
Constitution save.
She actually is blinded by that, being a drow, that bright blast of daylight. She kind of cascades back with a screech and kind of wipes at her eyes and is like, I didn't see that coming.
That's funny because she's blinded.
Shining in her third eye, Veil.
I like it. That's good.
It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Yep. Okay. Before Punky's turn. How are we gonna do this? I think we'll do it this way. Not that big.
Uh-oh.
that a
I don't
wall
like that
of
smile.
fire?
Yeah, it
it's
is.
like a firebolt needs. Oh, wall of flame.
But the Roll20 is being real fucky with me. Ah! I want you to be
Sorry,
60
don't
feet
worry.
long!
Don't worry, you gotta. It's.
But
it's
Serena
fine. It
is
happens-
flying!
It
She'll
happens to
get
everyone.
around
It
it.
happens to everyone. You need to, you know,
one
just-
in
calm
5
down.
men.
everyone struggles when they're under pressure.
But it's not going to be this way. It's going to be very aggressive. The wall of fire kind of... Literally, you see it like... through the middle there. Can Serena and Indira real quick give me a dexterity save? Indira, you have advantage.
Can I use
gonna
a spell here?
If
As
a
in
reaction
dispel
spell.
magic?
It's not her turn. She's not casting
Oh,
a
wait.
spell.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's gotta be a counter spell.
It's not
like-
counter spell. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
counter spell.
Both of you are going to fail that. Only just. But, you know, that's the game. Taking the
That's
full
gonna
fire
be-
damage.
How much?
Give me a sec.
This
Bitch,
is
I
gonna
got a
be
roll.
No, I didn't hear. I thought you said a number.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
nah.
I thought you said a number as well.
That's going to be 13 fire damage.
No, that's not as bad as I expected.
She didn't roll very well.
Say that.
Well, still, I was expecting to take a massive damage, and I have to make a concentration check, which I make.
Yeah, you do. Now it's Punky's turn.
Now it's Punky's turn. Okay.
Punky.
Does Punky have advantage because of blindness, or is that?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Go,
blind and
Punky.
can't defend herself.
Go, Punky. Get the bad rolls out.
Yeah, fair. Riley.
Riley's gonna come running up to about here.
Mhm.
Sorry. And cast dispel magic on this flame of fire.
Yeah.
And then right does it actually
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just
And then once it goes away, she's gonna call out to Indira and say, "Don't let the fire stop you," giving you bardic inspiration.
Fuck yeah, son.
There was like, the bard I always needed.
Indira, you're still on fire. You're gonna take 6 damage at the start of your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna put it out.
Okay, that's an action. You still got your movement and bonus.
I mean, technically, the fact that she's taking damage from that fire is keeping her rage up.
Technically, yeah.
Okay, so I can get fuck. Damn it, I
Can
can
you?
get. Yeah, I can get to here.
Whoa!
But that's my last Misty Step. And I can't attack her, can I?
No,
No,
but you.
no.
But
Oh, you
I-
just used your boner action, didn't you?
yeah.
So Misty Step. So that's that.
Oh, and that means I can't fucking drink my last
Yeah.
potion. Okay.
Surely the spellcaster
Oh,
can't do any
yeah.
damage to you in melee. This is actually a perfect time for me to take a little break.
Oh, good. I have to pee.
Same.
That's why. If we're taking a break, that's why. Or every time. So can't do a boss fight with pea brain. So let's take a quick break.
That's very true.